So now we're going to go ahead and code this. So on the yellow events tab, we're going to use when green flag is clicked. We're going to go ahead and hide this because we only want it to show when we're actually able to play our game. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a switch costume to. We're going to leave it at 9. And then right underneath this, we're going to go inside the blue motions tab and add a go to x -220, y 135. After that, we're going to go back to the yellow events tab and we're going to use when I receive game start. I'm going to go into looks and I'm going to show. Go to front layer. And in the blue motions tab, I'm going to use glide x and y, where my glide is going to be 0.1, my x is going to be -120, and my y is going to be 135. Once I've done that, in the yellow events tab, I'm going to use when I receive walk. I'm adding a forever. Inside of the forever, I'm adding a wait 0.2 seconds. And then I'm going to switch to the next costume. Under that, I'm going to go into control. And I'm going to add an if then. Inside of the diamond shape, I'm going to go into operators and use the equal sign. In the empty bubble, I'm going to go into looks, and towards the bottom, you should see costume number, which we're going to add here. And the 50, we're going to change to a 1. Inside, we're going to go inside of the if then, we're going to go into events and add a broadcast. We're going to type in a new message and call this ones full. So that means it got all the way up to 9. Next, the last thing we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to add a when I receive player lose. I'm going to add a stop all, but I'm changing this to other scripts and sprite. I'm going to add a wait 0.4 seconds. I'm going to go inside the blue motions tab and I'm going to add a glide x and y. Glide again is 0.1. My x is -220 and my y is going to be 135. I'm going to go ahead and go into looks and add a hide. Then inside the blue motions tab, I'm going to add a go to x and y, where my x is going to be -240 and my y is going to be -70. Next, instead of control, I'm going to add a wait 1 second. I'm going to go into looks and add a show. Go to front layer. And I'm going to add the last glide x and y, where my glide is 0.1. My x is 35 and my y is going to be -70. So again, this can only go up to the number 9, which means you can only get a score of 9. But that's not the only thing that we want to go ahead and do. So we're actually going to move on to create the tens and hundreds next. So that's going to be on the next couple of steps that we're going to do.